Good afternoon, everyone. I am Christine Pena, and I am going to report the administration of President Ramos. This is Fidel V. Ramos. Fidel V. Ramos was born on March 18, 1928, popularly known as FVR and Eddie. He is a retired Filipino general and politician who served as the 12th President of the Philippines from 1992 to 1998. He is the only career military officer who reached the rank of the 5-star General Admiral de Jure, rose from second lieutenant up to Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. During his 6 years in the office, Ramos was widely credited and admired by many for revitalizing and renewing international confidence in the Philippine economy. At the age of 93, he is currently the oldest living former Philippine president. Prior to his election as president, Ramos served in the cabinet for President Corazon Aquino, first as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines or AFP, and later as Secretary of National Defense from 1986 to 1991. He was credited for the creation of the Philippine Army's Special Forces and the Philippine National Police Special Action Force. Since his retirement, he has remained active in politics, serving as advisor to his successors. At the time of his accession in 1992, he was the first and only Protestant elected president of the majority Catholic country and the only Philippine officer in the history to have held every rank in the Philippine military from second lieutenant to commander-in-chief. He is also the third oldest person at the age of 64 to assume the presidency following current President Rodrigo Duterte and Sergio Osmeña. During his presidency, the first 3 years of his administration were characterized by the economic boom, the technological development, political stability, and efficient delivery of basic needs to the people. He advocated party platforms as an outline and agenda for governance. He was the first Christian Democrat to be elected in the country, being the founder of Lakas CMD or Christian Muslim Democrats Party. He was one of the most influential leaders and an official spokesman of liberal democracy in Asia. While Fidel V. Ramos was in the presidency, this is his program, the Philippine 2000 5-point program. First is the peace and stability. Second is the economic growth and sustainability development. Third is the energy and power generation. Fourth is the environmental protection. And the last is the streamlined bureaucracy. During his administration, death penalty is it. While campaigning for the presidency, Fidel Ramos declared his support for instating the death penalty. Capital punishment was abolished for all crimes in 1987, making the Philippines the first Asian country to do so. In 1996, Ramos signed a bill that returned capital punishment with electric chair method used from 1923 to 1976, making Philippines the only country to do so outside the US until the gas chamber could be installed. However, no one was electrocuted or gassed because the previously used chair was destroyed earlier and the Philippines adopted the method of lethal injection. Some people were put to death by this means until the death penalty was abolished again in 2006. Peace with separatists. Ramos, a military general himself, made peace with the rebel panels. He was instrumental in the signing of final peace agreement between the government and the Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF, led by the Nor Misuari in 1996. And that is the administration of Fidel V. Ramos. Thank you.